Hello there, this is Thomas Oracle here with a pop-in collective message. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a collective reading, so this reading may or may not resonate with you. It is not time specific or sign specific, so please take the messages that apply and simply leave the rest. It's been a very long day. I'm working on a few projects at once, so I'm going to be doing my best to get a reading out, if not at least one today. I heard mundo bizarro, which means a strange world. I don't know if there are strange coincidences occurring or just strange incidents happening. I know there have been some weird things going on as of late on my end out here, so I can only imagine where you are. Things could be a little bit topsy-turvy. And I'm tempted to just dive in with the tarot before I do any oracles. But then again, I'm hearing there are characters here, so I'm gonna get the animal deck. See if there are any animals that want to come through. I'm hearing maybe literally there are animals that want to come through. Are people acting out of character? Why am I getting this really funny energy here? This is about the Divine Masculine Collective. We have the Elk, which is heavy Divine Masculine energy. I'm hearing honorable masculine energy. So women can be in this as well. It really isn't gender specific, but it's an energy of doing the right thing. I also feel like this deck wants to be cheeky in pointing out the eclipse. Yeah. Notice how the energy around the sun is activating the antlers. So that's what this deck wants to point out. There's an activation going on. And it might be like a person feeling a calling, okay? Again, this is not the Netflix series Manifest, but you can compare it to that. Someone feels called to do something based on the energies that are present. I'm drawn to see the yellow and the red come back into the antlers of this elk. That's it and that's all. That's what wanted to come out. Okay. Cosmic egg. It's something the divine is doing. The universe is taking full accountability for whatever is happening as a result of some kind of activation. Okay. I'm seeing Archangel Michael in my mind's eye, which is fabulous. So I'm probably going to use this deck as well. So there could be... Oh my gosh, it's terrible that this card got bent. I don't know when that happened, but it's the Envy card. So there could be a lot of... Ooh. I heard best bend before you break. Wow. And, oh, wow. And you know what's wild? It was actually covering this crystal, which coincidentally has an elk on it as well. Talk about meaningful coincidences. Oh, well, I think this is a moose. What's the difference? What are the odds? I didn't even think of that. But ain't that something? Okay. This I got, I believe, from Canada. But anyways, yeah, I found it weird. This car was bent over it. Fascinating. So it wants to be said about this activation. You might feel called to move a certain way. You might feel inspired. We have Healer of the Ages. I'm getting the energy healers of our time, so people could be getting activated. You see how the heart chakra, the crown, the hands, it's giving me an energy of step forward. Okay, I mean, this is Jesus on the card. This could be pushing people to get into like a state of Jesus consciousness or to extend their light to others. I'm hearing that it's starting, so it's only starting, and this could trickle into the next few months even, okay? But I feel like anybody who has like a higher calling, or people who I feel are special, are going to start glowing. And I say special lightly because I don't want to make anybody feel excluded, but I'm getting this vibe of being called to get into a higher vibration. So this might agitate people of lower vibration a lot, okay? Yeah, door to personal healing and happiness, and I see the action cards sticking out. So it kind of reads like a portal. Yes, and these people steady. It's like for some of you, your light is gonna shine so bright. It could disrupt a lot of negative spirits, okay? It could make them feel very like agitated. That's why it's very important that you keep yourself protected during this time, because and I don't know why they're bringing me to this incident that occurred. So I went to visit my mom at the bakery, right? And apparently there was a woman standing behind me. I don't know when she popped up there, but my mom was looking at her because my mom was standing at the cashier basically to look if anybody wanted. But I was talking to her about something else, right? In front of the vitrina, which is where the cakes are. So I was just talking to her, and this lady was standing behind me, and my mom thought maybe she wanted to order something, but she wasn't there to order anything. She just stood there to literally study me from the foot bottom all the way to the top of my head. My mom was like, you should have seen how that woman was just standing there staring at you with such a nasty glare. And my mom at that point was like looking at her, but she didn't even catch my mom's eye contact. My mom was like, what are you doing? But this was her. I'm giving you the biggest up and down. And listen, y'all, I had sandals on, I had a jeans on, and I had a nice blouse. And that was it. Like nothing out of the ordinary. My mom literally looked at my shoes like, do you have something nasty on your shoes? Did you step into something gross? Because why is she looking at you like that? And I'm looking like, I don't know what. I was like, I don't know what's wrong. And my mom looked at her like, did she come to order something? Because it's very bizarre to just stand. It's like you standing at, I don't know, the cookies aisle, and you're staring at somebody like head to toe and then studying them, and you have no business being in the cookies aisle because you don't want any cookies. It's weird. So I was like, Mom, I don't know what her problem was, but I looked at my mom, and then I looked at the lady because I saw my mom looking at her, and I thought the lady wanted to order something. She didn't want to order anything. She just disappeared, like poof. And her eyes grew so wide, like and I have big eyes, but her eyes were bigger than mine. So when I looked at her, like, can I help you? Like, she looked at me like, boop, and then she just walked away. It was the most bizarre thing. And to me, it's just like, I feel like certain things are going to happen where you're just going to be like, why are you being so, weird? It's the same way this person in the image is looking like this. Like, it's just weird. Just you, I'm seeing a scene here. Your light could irritate people's D words so much more than ever before in this season. And you're going to see it. Because it's like people can't ignore it. There's something about your light people can't ignore. Or there's something about your light that's going to like blind these people. Energetically. Obviously not literally. But I don't know why that incident needed to be brought up. And it's such a minor incident, but this is happening on a grand scale. It's not just with me. This is happening to multiple people, like people getting irritated, agitated, picking fights. Your light is going to irritate these people's demons way more than ever before. That's what I'm getting from this combination. I'm also hearing something about stepping in one's purpose. You might feel more aligned. You could get redirected in certain ways where people, places, and things are just going to start aligning for you. This might cause a separation. You might not realize it, but you're helping these people as well. Angel of love, you're helping these people. Yeah, with their attachments. I heard entity attachment. Some people might feel a little bit lost in this season as well, needing to do some self-reflecting. Yeah, the weak. This Angel of Strength is in the reverse. Some people are weaker than others. I don't know what this is trying to say. But I'm getting this really weird vibe all of a sudden. Let me see you. It's kind of hot, so I'm going to try to get through this reading in one sitting. But I see people getting activated. I see people feeling called to do things. To act. Oh, wow. I see a King of Swords in the reverse. Jezebel, narcissistic spirits. Oof. It's all here, y'all. It's all here. A lot of things could be getting dealt with. You could be getting false proposals as well. Okay. Trying to sift through things. I'm just getting a lot at once. Can we please funnel this information for a direct and concise reading for the viewers? Please and thank you. Secrets being revealed. For my collective intended, please and thank you. Empress energy, Ace of Cups, birthing new projects, birthing new beginnings, even new life for some of you. Beautiful. New love for some as well. That someone else might want to sabotage. What in the heck? Okay. Overall energy, please and thank you. Yeah, sabotage, jealousy, it's a disease. Get well soon. This is so bad. Five of Swords, overall energy. That coincides with this card, the one that was bent. I'm hearing best bend again so you won't break. This is weird. Maybe some people have to adapt to your presence, adapt to your movements. It's giving move, get out the way with whatever you're doing, okay? It's very fascinating. Yeah, these are like people who, it's like, you know this energy when enemies gather? There's this song from Cardi B. It's like when they gather together. It's like your enemies need to gather in larger numbers to take you down, whoever this is for. Because again, this energy is your energy is very potent. When I see the Sun to the Eight of Pentacles, it's like whatever you're doing, whatever you apply yourself to, it's very bright. Okay, you either love what you do and it shows, you do it effortlessly, there's a glow, there could even be a victory. Okay, I'm seeing Taurus and Leo energy. Those are fixed signs. And you see the Capricorn energy back here in the Goat Man. And I'm hearing it's sad that this might even come from family members. The Goat Man is even in one's family members for some. With the King of Wands, I also see a fixation on a dream. So there's something that you're doing that could be attracting a person because they see it as a dream to partake in exactly that, your mission. And I'm seeing the enemy growing in numbers in terms of them unifying, because they all, it's like, well, I can be a soul hater, but it's like, oh, we hate the same person, so we link and we hate on that individual together. It's very childish, but I'm seeing that because the Five of Swords is hater behavior and the Three of Cups is in numbers. It's like a group. This is instead of a groupie, you have a group of haters. Who is this for? With whatever it is you do, the Eight of Coins is work and the sun is shining, 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 shining. Right? You're attracting people's negativity, okay? And then there's another person who is definitely trying to chase something that might be a little bit unobtainable, because there's an energy of feeling like, well, I want to pursue that. However, you're in denial of the fact that it's over and this door is closed. The world. To the Two of Swords, to the Ten of Swords. Someone wants to ignore that something did not go well or that something is really over. That's also in here. So I'm going to see if I can get like the most prominent energy. But overall energy is the haterade, the evil eye, okay? Queen of Wands. You could look good, smell good, and you're being protected in the astral. The Moon to the Seven of Wands is like protection that we cannot see. Wow, you have an invisible layer of protection at that. Dang! Let's go. We're just getting started. The Magician. Your manifestation powers are on crack. I'm hearing thoughts can become things in this season. Be very mindful. I also see somebody scribbling something down in vivid detail. Listen, I don't know how y'all do that, but if it works, it works. Okay, if it works for you, it works for you. I see somebody journaling. I heard future tense or past tense. I'm seeing anxiety. I'm not sure whose it is. Someone here who's nervous to communicate here as well, or nervous to put an idea into practice. Two of Wands. This is the activation I'm hearing. So this Magician has something to do with the elk. So this could be masculine energy for those of you who are dealing with a divine masculine energy. This could also be them trying to make a plan. I'm telling you, this energy is kicking up because it's trying to stop this divine masculine energy from pursuing whatever it feels activated to do. So let's say you're the divine masculine, or your divine masculine energy within, even as a woman, has been activated and called to do something, pursue something, a sense of direction aligned with your purpose. The Five of Swords fell straight on top of this card. It's almost like, again, in comes the pesky external energy trying to disrupt one's manifestation. It's like they're putting in the work too now to maybe sabotage or cause unnecessary like shifts. I'm hearing be mindful who you trust this season. But you know what's so funny? I don't know if you could see it, but I'm just going to pull it down. Justice in the reverse fell right on top of them. The same cards that depict jealousy and manipulation in the Five of Swords had a fat Justice card in the reverse on top of it. That means karma. Some of these people are getting instant karma for trying to interfere with something that is destined to take place. I found it kind of creepy how that Justice card, you can play it back, how it literally came out and flipped in the reverse on top of the exact card that depicts that pesky behavior. There is a card here on the floor. Six of Swords. Someone could be stopped dead in their tracks. Maybe there's also a negative energy that can't really move on to calmer waters. They're also being like stopped. There's also an energy of no ability to transition from this miserable state. There's something here. It's almost like to ensure someone's victory, Spirit is intervening. Justice in the reverse, Six of Swords in the reverse. They can't move forward with their plans. Kind of weird. Because it's fated. The Wheel of Fortune is like, this has to happen. What has to happen? Whatever y'all are being activated for, it's like, I'm just getting moved. Yo, the divine is moving mountains with whatever needs to take place here. This is kind of bizarre. What? The Sun. Yes, answer. What else wants to be said? Ten of Pentacles. Somebody here could be working on whatever they consider an optimal future, sense of security here with the Ten of Pentacles. This could also be someone's spiritual inheritance or abundance. Certain ideas, when applied, can become very fruitful right now. Six of Cups. I'm also getting like an energy that feels very pressured and isolated to connect with a soulmate. Now again, the Six of Cups is just the energy of like connections, soulmate cycles. This could be anyone. I'm just getting this very strange, like certain people might be a little bit in their head right now. because this activation is happening. So you could be connecting with someone new. You could be connecting with someone from the past. You could be connecting with just about anybody who feels activated enough to step forward, okay? This is kind of wild. Yeah, 9 of Cups. It's part of like a manifestation or intention set out. So I'm just getting this energy of realignments. I'm also hearing April is going to be very significant, like the month entirely. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. This could bring in new beginnings, new emotional beginnings. I keep seeing a hesitant energy. Every time something positive comes out, I either saw the 8 of Swords, saw another hesitant card is the 2 of Pentacles, okay? The Page of Swords. Very like, I know what this means. We're in a season where it's like, let's say we're bowling. We're in a season where people are rolling the ball, but we don't know if it's going to strike yet. So it's like we're in a season where certain moves are going to be made, but they need to stick the landing. It's like, okay, I'm doing this, but I still have to stick the landing. We're in that phase where things are happening, but the landing still needs to stick. That's why people are like, okay, should I roll like this? Should I use my arm like that? Should I swoosh this way if we're bowling? Because I want to strike. The 10 of Pentacles is to strike. The Ace of Cups too. And I'm seeing energies that have been very low vibrational being caught up in their karma. So certain people could be caught up in their karma watching others persevere and proceed with their moves. Do you get what I mean? It's like, oh no, y'all are benched. It's their turn to make a move. You get what I mean? And then some of y'all are in a season where you're going to strike. And you got onlookers. You have people who are hesitant because it's like, I want to make the right move. Either way you put it, fate and destiny is at play. Karma is also at play. The way that Justice card flipped out like that was fabulous. I'm like, damn. So for a lot of you, you could be stepping into like your calling. I mean, think of Jesus. He felt the need to preach, step into his power, his divinity, to heal the masses, to make such an impact. And it's like, Jesus had a lot of haters, y'all. Very close to him too, but that didn't stop him from fulfilling his purpose. It's something like that. No, I'm not calling you Jesus. There can only be one. But it's an energy of that. It's like it intimidates certain people, but they get healing through you as well. Nothing is stopping this, okay? In whatever industry this is for you, in whatever way, big or small. I'm also seeing somebody like make a difference in a kitchen, make a difference at a school, make a difference somewhere that is very meaningful. Even if it's certain community projects that you're doing or involving yourself into, or an industry entirely that you're going to take over, whatever it is. For some of you, you're literal healers as well, and you're feeling called to step into entrepreneurship, whatever it is, okay? Some people might be held up and attached, but it's like those need help too. Something about an era, okay? Very weird. Tell me about this elk. They're no longer confused. Someone here is no longer confused because they've experienced a loss. This could be someone's divine masculine or runner energy as well. It's like the confusion has dissipated. Someone could have gotten a reality check as well by a sense of loss. Confirmation. Shout out to Tasha. I like how she depicts the 7 of Cups in the reverse as a reality check. It like, when I thought about it in the upright, it's a state of confusion, having options. In the reverse is there's no other option than maybe A or B, right? And it's like someone is no longer confused. She calls it a reality check. And with the 5 of Coins, it's like someone in loss is having a reality check. I also see it's because someone energetically disconnected. So the feminine collective or the chaser collective, because I saw the Queen of Wands to the 8 of Cups, is done. Okay, I saw the 8 of Cups is like, I'm done. Emotionally up, I'm hearing. Finished, finito. The Queen of Wands is stepping into one's power. I don't care if you're a man, okay, or a woman. There's a side to this connection, that situation that I'm picking up on, where the runners are no longer confused and the opposite end is no longer caring. Okay, pretty much, y'all. 6 of Wands coming up funny. Someone is afraid of failing. Someone is afraid, again, I'm hearing they're afraid that they're not going to be able to stick the landing again. These metaphors are so relevant. The analogies that I'm getting are so relevant, especially in the way the cards are coming up. This struggling 6 of Wands is, I'm afraid I'm not going to get a strike. I'm afraid that I can't bowl at all. I'm afraid there is fear with the moon that something is going to be unsuccessful on someone's part. I feel your counterpart, for whoever this reading resonates. That masculine energy is fearing failure. Before, this energy used to fear the connection itself. Now they are fearing failing the connection. For a lot of them, it's like, well, dang, now you care to succeed in the connection, whereas before, they were afraid to apply themselves. But this activation, again, is causing the fear to be within the loss of the connection or within failing the connection entirely, which is changing the game, okay? These energies are no longer afraid of it. More, it's like the fear of failing it far outweighs the fear of embracing it. Does that make sense? They fear failing far more than fearing embracing it or applying themselves or sticking their neck out. That's for a lot of them. This fear is really, really heavy, okay? But there's some kind of restriction though with that 7 of Wands. Why is the 6 of Wands coming up like this? 8 of Wands. It's going to cause some sense of progression. I'm getting that elk energy is in this King of Pentacles. So it's like, again, someone's going to want to either express themselves, communicate maybe, or move things ahead in that honorable way, much like the elk energy is very graceful, protective, and strong, right? So this is an energy that wants to do things the right way. Now again, King of Wands, that's that chaser's energy. This is that masculine collective heading into chaser's energy. But again, it could be anyone. Don't pin this to be one person particularly. This is a new cycle. So with the world, this new field of energy is going to move very differently, okay? Very differently. It's no longer, I'm afraid to apply myself. It's, I'm afraid to lose out. I'm afraid I won't strike. I'm afraid I will fail. I'm afraid I'm not part of this 10 of Pentacles. I'm afraid I'm going to be stuck with these losers I'm hearing. Injustice in the reverse, reaping karma. I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm going to be stuck here. Now the fear has flipped. Does that make sense? Now the fears have completely been flipped on its head. Whereas before people were fearing high vibrational energy or to ascend, now they're afraid they're going to be late to the party. Okay? Y'all, because the karma is so, like, I'm hearing that karma is so real. People are really getting their ish right now. It's like, oh my God, this is like, they're choking on this. So now they're afraid of not being part of that higher vibrational timeline with the Wheel of Fortune shifting, the 10 of Pentacles present, people being activated, okay? There are energies where it's like before they were having all kinds of fun. Now they're afraid that they're not going to make the cut. For a lot of you, they have not, because they're too attached to whatever consequences that has come from their choices. That's why it's like that division, and the people who have moved forward and move forward in an honorable way, it's going to be real obvious how you spent your time. It's going to show. It really feels like that. It's like it's going to be real obvious who the good guys were all along, because it's like there's no, here locally we say no tem agua palabra. It's kind of like when you see people in a competition or something like that, and you're like, what competition? No tem agua palabra. It's like, there's no guessing. It's going to be so clear as day. Okay. Wow. And that's how that cycle closes out. Someone's also in regret that they didn't apply themselves sooner, because now they're seeing what not doing a dang thing got them. It's like, dang, I wish I don't know, polished my bowling ball. I wish I had put on my best shoes. I wish I had practiced a little bit more. All these things are going to start coming up energetically or emotionally, mentally, because people are seeing these shifts. They're digesting it more because of the activations going on. And now the fear is tethered to failing something beautiful. Okay, shoot, that's wild. I'm gonna get this deck. Yeah, I see soulmates in TikTok. Okay, so there's something happening, some kind of shift that is relevant concerning these soulmate cycles. A shift is here. It's not even it's coming. No, it already started. Okay, it has already started. Exchanging gifts in the reverse. This is reminding me of that song from Benson. These beautiful things that I've got, please don't take away these beautiful things that I've got. Exchanging gifts in the reverse is the divine is stripping people of certain maybe rights. Okay, I don't know why it's coming through like that. It's like, where you didn't appreciate this divine gift, let me snatch it from you and give it to someone else. There's some kind of gift exchange happening, but it's not really the sweet kind for people who didn't appreciate divine gifts. People need to be flexible for this season as well. Whew. Weird energy. Poised and never-ending story. Whatever never-ending story, something has gone on cycles. I'm hearing cycles and cycles and cycles. That is over. And so, again, poised in the reverse, it could bring the ugly out of people. There's some kind of norm. There's some kind of a hamster wheel that people have been used to for years, okay? Maybe even up to 7 or more years. It is in the reverse. This literally says never-ending story. It's been miserable for some. Others have been frolicking in that never-ending cycle. Whatever it is, a big shift is here, because that never-ending story, that never-ending narrative you've been used to is about to shift big time. And again, change makes people uncomfortable. Poised in the reverse is you ain't doing it in the most graceful way. Some of you, it's like, not everybody is okay with being flexible like that. Some people are very adaptable. I myself, it's like, if I have to pick up, pack up, and move tomorrow, I can. It's like, I'm a very flexible person. Not everybody is. Some people are more rigid, stubborn, like, you know, they like routine. These people, some people can't handle this, okay? Whatever is happening. These energies are bizarre. Again, mundo bizarro. That's what I heard before I started. Between worlds. I'm telling you, we are smack dab. Listen, what I meant with bowling, right? In this season, this is I strike. I gotta strike. Here is the past. People are literally in transition, because what did I say? We haven't come the other end of what our move. It's like these moves that we're making right now are crucial. And then soon come, you will see. A lot of y'all are landing big time. 10 of Pentacles to the Wheel of Fortune. Heck yeah. Building blocks in the reverse. This is quite interesting, because this is telling me things that were built on sand will inevitably crumble. Those relationships that weren't built on stable foundations, crumbling. Short-lived things, crumbling. Again, I heard something about, I don't care if it started 6 months ago. I keep hearing that. 6 months could be a timeline for somebody. 6 months, a year. I see a lot of like news on TMC of breakups and stuff like that in Hollywood. Anything built on sand will not survive. This is building blocks in the reverse. Dang. Mending in the reverse. It could have something to do with relationships. It's funny, I mentioned relationships. This card says mending in the reverse. Okay, also coming to its end. I heard something about God's wrath when I saw the higher power. What did I say in the beginning? That it's like the divine is taking full credit for this activation. The higher power came up in the reverse with come to the edge. And I heard something about God's wrath. Because come to the edge is the card of free will based leaps of faith. Some people are being pushed over the edge. Again, I know, weird reading, but it's like push to do what? Push to do what you feel called to do. This is like a divine push. Other energies aren't taking this well because, as I said, they don't like change. This eclipse season, this is weird. I've never picked up on something so like intense. I'm gonna grab another deck because it's making me think of a symbol I saw earlier. There was this, I think it's called Three Body something. It's a new series on Netflix, and I saw a statue of Kali Ma as symbolism in the back. You know how series have subliminals? I saw Kali Ma, which is, I believe, a deity or a Hindu goddess. I'm not sure. It's one of them, y'all. Forgive me if I didn't get it right. But she is like death and rebirth on crack and ruthless, okay? I get chills just thinking about like that. She's like a blue woman with multiple arms, and she's like, I'm talking, yeah. That kind of wrath is what I'm feeling here when I get the higher power in the reverse and come to the edge. It's like, oh, you thought you could leap gracefully. You're getting pushed, my friend. So some people are not okay with these divine pushes. Others feel called and are moving in, like, as I said, that elk energy, very graceful in this, like, in this energy. Others, I'm just getting this energy of a decision has been made energetically for you, whether you like it or not, depending on your karma. And with chopped wood, that's what I meant when I see this card. It's like, it reminds me of my mom, like when I'm sleeping in or something like that in the past, she would open the windows. When I was a teenager, I would have like these like very double-sided curtains. So it doesn't matter what time of day, if those curtains are shut, my room is pitch dark, right? So she would come in my room and she would pull the curtain open. She was like, let God's light in your room. God's light, God's light. Every time I see this card, I think of God's light. This is a spring cleaning, okay? This is divine spring cleaning. So the ugly is going to get put out on the street. It's like your dirty laundry is going to be out on the street, kicked out because it's spring cleaning. This karma could come with a lot of exposure for me to refer to dirty laundry out on the street for everybody in the neighborhood to see. It's like, oh, that person's getting kicked out. For some of you, someone is literally being put out on the street for me to have that download, okay? Mending in the reverse. I'm telling you, karmic relationships are very hard to survive this season. Peace in the reverse. And no, the entire deck is not in the reverse. It's in the reverse the way it needs to get the message home. Mending in the reverse is like no second chances with karmic relationships because there is no peace. It is not of the divine. I'm hearing something about somebody raising hell at home. Dang, y'all. Karmic relationships be karmicking for sure. So if it ain't looking too cute over there, wherever you're at, it's because you're likely in a relationship that the divine is trying to balance out for your betterment. Okay. So take it one step at a time. Don't make rush decisions this season, especially with Mercury retrograde, okay? This says magical space clearing time. It's giving twins, okay? This could even be a message for twin flames because these two girls always creep me out. Two little witches, magical space clearing time. You're being encouraged to cleanse your energy, your space right now. Keep it clean, keep it crisp. I feel like the divine is doing a magic cleaning. I'm hearing wipe out. Some people could get wiped out this season, and I don't want to know what that means. Okay. Wipe out. Ghost of the past. The past returns for a time to get dealt with. Has there been a lesson that you keep repeating? Has there been a never-ending cycle that you have been on? Have you learned your lesson? How are you going to operate with the ghosts from your past? they might come around, because I get this energy of them trying to stop a person from forward movement, from their higher timeline, from you getting that strike in life. So be very mindful who you consider good news or bad news, because they can come in to sabotage you on your way there. I'm telling you, this is someone who's praying for a miracle. It's like you've been through enough. You've been through enough, seen enough, dealt with enough to know when to not, or when to entertain something. Yeah, because whatever these people doing are failing. This card has come out for the 3rd time in a row. I've seen this card one too many times. I've seen it for a client, I've seen it on my full moon reading, and I'm seeing it now. It says you're working too hard. And I'm associating this with those envious people who are doing way too much to win at a game that it's like playing chess with the divine. You can't play checkers with God. He be playing chess with you. And they're angry. That's what I'm saying. It's like somebody hate. I just get this very like angry spirit, because it doesn't like that after everything it's done, it's still failing. You might have enemies that have done way too much to stop destiny from taking place, and they're very pissed right now. I'm just getting this very agitated energy. You miss someone. For some of you, the dogs are howling. For some of you, you also have to let go of a person that you've outgrown, okay? These monarch butterflies are here. You might feel detached from a person. It's like you may miss them, but you may miss the person you thought they were, okay? A lot of you guys are outgrowing karmic relationships, or you're outgrowing never-ending cycles. There's nothing left of that person's energy in your life. For some of you, you cycled through it. Congratulations, if so. And it's like maybe you are saying your final goodbyes to this person, but it's like you know that you have long gone through your caterpillar stage and are about to flutter those wings, and they can't go with you. Look at that. That's a whole ass skeleton. You think the skeleton is going to move an inch? Probably not. Yeah, the world needs you. This card literally says the world needs you. Mourn whoever this was from your past. Leave them where they're at. For some, that's why I'm telling you, there's a division. Some of them aren't making it. Some of them have these attachments they need to answer to. Some of them are literally physically stopped from moving forward with where you're going. And if that's the case, they have ghosts from their past to answer to that maybe have nothing to do with you. You have to be okay with that as well. On that note, let's see what this masculine collective have to say for themselves. I'm seeing a gate close. So someone here has a gate closing on them. Okay, that portal energy for sure. I just heard a song from the one that I had in my head. I want to break free. That's that from the karma. Someone's counterpart could be dealing with heavy karma as well. You are my peace and my safe space. You are the light guiding me. Back home is in the reverse. For some of you, your counterpart is shut off from you and your energy. I'm sorry for all the times I disappointed you. This person's well aware that they have avoided the connection. I miss you more than I'd like to admit. There's someone who's recognizing what your connection had to offer. After the fact, I'm hearing, yeah, I couldn't help it. I saw karma. I have a lot to think about right now. This is someone who can't escape their karma, so they have to sit in it and just reflect. And I say that because this says you're my sweet escape in the reverse. It's like this person wished they could escape their karma and run into your arms, but they cannot. This says, I'm just not emotionally available right now. It's in the reverse. Someone who was stubborn, emotionally unavailable is getting cracked open for a lot of you. Speaking of, I want to grow old together, but it's struggling, so this might not be the case for everyone. I secretly pray about us. This is someone who is now either trying to repent. I'm going to tell you that protective heart is in the reverse. Someone's emotions and their heart chakra is being activated as well. This is someone who had the potential of being on a higher timeline. Whether they make it or not, that's entirely up to the fates and what this person is trying to manifest for themselves, because we're in a season now where, as I said, we are rolling the bowling ball. How the pins fall still has to fully manifest. But you want to put your best intentions out this season, your best foot forward, because I feel like by year end, you're going to be fully immersed in whatever reality you want to be in based on how you move right now, okay? This is someone who's praying to get it right. They're more afraid of failing this soulmate cycle than applying themselves. But they're literally being held up from applying themselves for a lot of you because they need to answer to their karma first. And some won't make it, depending on how grave their karma is, okay? This is a very strange reading, but I hope you have followed. Now someone sees the peace and stability and groundedness in this future timeline with you, for a lot of you. And again, some won't make it. Some do, some don't. But the fact that someone is praying and opening their heart is because they recognize the value in what could have been, what they want. But depends on the karma they are receiving. Some of them might not be able to transition until they answer to the divine. I keep hearing God's wrath. How is it looking for the majority of the counterparts dealing with a past runner of a sorts? How's it looking? 3 of Wands in the reverse. Delayed. Delayed. 7 of Swords. For some, it's due to self-sabotage or sabotage from others external who are monitoring the situation heavily. By this situation, I mean a connection. Some of them, depending on the 3 of Wands in the reverse, is lack of foresight, lack of planning, or just overall delays. For some, it depends, but it's definitely, for a good chunk of you, this reads like a delay. And this is why. Because some feel safer spying, some feel safer benched in the sidelines. Because it's like, well, I won't make a fool out of myself if I roll the ball and it doesn't strike. Again, someone is more afraid of failing than they are of getting up, grabbing the bowling ball, and giving it a shot. I'm hearing if they sit on the sidelines, they're kidding themselves. Because I see, it's like, if you miss out on the 10 of Pentacles and this peace, basically heaven on earth energy, that's the biggest L. It's almost, it reads like, well, if I could have the sense of togetherness, belonging, long-term stability with the right, it's like the right foundation, right? If I could have that, hell yeah, I'm going to grab the bowling ball and give it a shot. Because I could actually strike. Being sat, benched, is an illusion that it's safer there. It's not. It's not, y'all. It's like, well, maybe if I sit here on the sideline and just watch the others play, it's safer. That's the illusion. That's the self-sabotage. So yeah, Spirit is saying majority of them is delaying themselves. Okay? Yeah. It's a toss-up because not all of them have the gonads. The Strength card speaks of courage. The 2 of Pentacles speaks of that back and forth. It's like, do I have the courage to go on that ship? Do I have the courage to apply myself? Do I have the courage? Do I have what it takes? Yeah, for a lot of them, they might miss the boat, y'all. That's not a you problem, I'm hearing. Temperance and the Chariots. Because they need to temper themselves to move ahead at all. Not everybody is grounded in their emotions and in the way they move. That takes time. That takes maybe, I'm seeing some getting divinely assisted in that, but not, it depends on each person. Those who are maybe praying for it are trying to align themselves in that way, maybe do get the extra guidance, because this is someone who's seriously praying to make it. Not all of them do. That's why it's like anything is possible. You could easily get introduced to a new soulmate this season. Dang. I also see somebody working on a shocking reveal. Hangman. All right, guys. I believe I'm gonna leave it there. Let's see. Maybe this last deck. It is incredibly hot. I showered. I need to shower again. I keep hearing, I want to break free. There's a masculine collective who is like neck deep in karma. That's what this was trying to tell me. This is someone going through an awakening still, okay? So they're in it. Pressure. I can't make it up. I have so much going on in my life and I'm struggling to juggle it all at once. This person, I'm just seeing things thrown at this person. This could be saboteurs. This could be karma. This could be a bunch of things. Oh. Gesture. I'm going to come and sweep you away. For a lot of them, they are trying to do something. That's why I felt an element of like, I'm working on doing something. Okay, a gesture for some of you. This isn't about you. I'm working through a personal issue. Yeah, again, there's a collective here who's held up in karma, personal matters, personal things they have to work through because they can't balance themselves out and do any gesture if they don't. It's like they can't do any gesture if they're not balanced, if they haven't worked through their karma. Sorry. Please accept my apologies so we can move past this. Again, it's up to each person. That is what I have for you. If this reading resonated, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, bye.